Hi guys, William Morris here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the next installment in Heavyocity's Mosaic series, which is called Neon. So the library is made for both the full and player versions of Kontakt 6.7.1 or above, and it will take up just under 4 gigabytes of your hard drive space. At the time of this review, it is on intro pricing at $99, and that will move to a full price of $119. So the library, as I say, is the next installment in the Mosaic series, and this time the focus is on sounds made from vintage synthesizers. So everything is contained within this one Mosaic Neon patch that you'll find in the library list. And sound selection is done via the snapshot menu here. So our categories are Arps, we have some pads, Playable patches, and Rhythmic patches. And if you're wondering what the part in brackets is after all of these sounds, the TRP is just triplet measure and STR is straight measure. I've covered the Mosaic UI in lots of my other reviews, so I'm not going to go over it here, but there is a huge range of sound sculpting options, the main one probably being this layer selection tool. So almost every sound is made up of 3 different layers, and they can all be sort of swapped out for new sounds or mangled in any way you want. A lot of the patches also have a lot of automation or macro sequencing, as they call it, kind of going on. So you'll see these sliders kind of flying up and down, and it'll be altering like the amount of saturation and drive or reverb or anything like that on the patch. But all of that is fully customizable, so effects-wise, you can pretty much take anything on and off that you'd like to. All right, so let's have a listen to some sounds. I'm going to dive into the ARP category first, and this one's called Handheld Galaxies. So yeah, as you can hear, tons going on. There normally is in these Heavyocity libraries. They tend to make sort of quite full-featured patches that almost serve as a kind of mini cue on their own. But with all of them, you can break them down to their layers. So this one's got 3 different things going on. Let's just solo the first layer so we can hear it on its own. Okay, so that's layer 1. Layer 2 is doing this. And layer 3 is just that simple kind of first beat pluck emphasis. So yeah, tons of scope to alter the sounds or kind of reduce their complexity, which is maybe what some people would want to do to fit them within a cue. Obviously, all the sequencing will sync to your host tempo in your DAW as well. All right, let's try a few more sounds from the ARP category then. So yeah, again, lots going on, really sort of rich. It's important to remember with all these ARP patches as well is that the ARP is fully controllable in the ARP panel. So as you can see, everything's just sort of simple step-based. So really the ARPs are just a starting point. It's just a sound with a kind of vibe to get you going. Let's try a couple more. So yeah, real kind of cue starter stuff. I like these kind of things just to set off a vibe, and I think even if you don't end up using them or you end up altering them pretty dramatically, they're just things to kind of get an emotion, get a vibe going. Yeah, it's cool, that one. They've all got a definite feel to them. Yeah, lovely stuff. Yeah, nice. I think the full use of this library is probably going to come when you start to really customize some of these patches as well. Otherwise, it's very tempting just to be a hold down one key kind of vibe. The sounds, as always, with the Heavyocity stuff are really well crafted. Let's just do maybe one more of these. I'm going to go for Thumpily. Not too keen on that one. Let's try Triplet Tingles. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I think a lot of these work as great cue starters. Really nice to sort of sit under a cue as well. Give like a kind of constant pulse to something. But yeah, really the full use of them is going to come from customizing the arps and changing out some of the sounds. And I think as well stripping some of them back, because they do sort of almost sound like demo patches that sound great on their own, but sort of a bit more tricky to fit inside a cue. All right, so after the arps category, we've got some pads. Yeah, nice. That definitely delivers on the big love front. It's kind of this big, lush sort of pad sound. Really sort of big and wide in the bass as well. Nice. Let's try some more. More kind of ominous. Yeah, it's nice that. Got some subtle movement in it, keeps things interesting. Yeah, nice. I like that kind of variable rate thing it's doing on like a gate or tremolo or something. Sweet, yeah. These are really big, kind of spacey pads, a lot of these. Nice, a bit colder. Yeah, I like how these kind of all evolve. They've all got some nice kind of movement in them. Blade Runner kind of vibe on that one. Great low end on this one. All right, let's do one more. Oh, that's beautiful, that one. Really peaceful. All right, so that was some of the pads. Let's try the playable ones now. This is probably the biggest category in terms of amount of patches anyway. It's a nice mix between sort of peaceful stuff and ominous stuff, and it's got a nice sort of range of sounds, I'd say. This one's almost like a beautiful doorbell kind of thing. Yeah, nice. It's nice as well. Yeah, lots of chimes and bell kind of stuff in here. So I just had to get in on the mod wheel then. That's nice. I'm guessing a lot of this stuff has been sort of multi-sampled and it's got some round robin to it because it does sound really natural, even doing kind of repeated pattern stuff. Yeah, it's nice, I like that. Got a lot of weight to it. It's nice as well. There's a lot of kind of clock, bell, chime sort of stuff in this playable one. So yeah, that's cool. Even on these, like you can see the 3 different layers work. And so we've got this pluck thing, kind of body of it there, and almost like this kind of distortion grit layer over the top. Yeah, it's nice. Let's do some more. So you can hear that kind of pitch climb and filter all happening in the background. It's really nice. It's cool how you kind of get that organ sound coming in after. All right, let's do one more playable and then we'll move on to the rhythmic stuff. Let's try the shinings. Nice, yeah, I really like that kind of rise on them. All right, let's move on and try some of the rhythmic patches. So again, the sequencing for these is all done in the art patch. So yeah, tons going on again. And some of these you can see the key zones are kind of split out. So you get slightly different sound on each half there. Let's try a couple more. I find with a lot of these, probably more than some of the other categories, that I do tend to want to strip these back even more. Because ones like this, you've almost got a beat and then something which could start to be a chord or melodic part over the top at the same time. All right, let's give one called Imminent Threat a go. Don't know, not super threatening, I'll actually kind of go low with it. It's a bit squelchy for me, that one. Yeah, probably not as keen on this category as maybe some of the others. Probably just because by default there's quite a lot sort of going on. But that's the nice thing with the Mosaic engine is you really can kind of pick and choose sort of how much movement and interest is going on. All right, guys, well that's going to wrap it up from me, but I hope that's been enough to kind of give you a good overview of what this library is about. I think there's some great sounds in this library, particularly the pads are really nice, kind of really big, lush stuff. And in the playable category, there's a lot of really nice chimes and bells. And I think overall, these are probably my favorite, the pads and the playable stuff. The ARP and rhythmic categories for me, probably something that personally I would just sort of reduce how much is going on. But like I say, this is definitely a library that benefits from kind of diving in and customizing everything. And the UI they've done for all the Mosaic series is so good that does make it kind of quite a joy to use, really. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this quick review. If you do have any questions, just let me know in the comments, but if not, I'll see you again on the next one.